Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Finally, the issue of campaign has come to an end, and as we are speaking now, there's preparation to swear in the next president, of course the fifth president. I know largely many people here were supporting Railaodinga, including me, because of course I believed in his ideology, but unfortunately we have president-elect. So the remaining part here is to move on, kuendelea na kazi. Jua Ruto alituambia wera ni wera, so that's exactly what we are going to do. Na kazi yetu hapa sisi ni kuchanganua. So we take our next move or our lens to the National Assembly, the Senate, and whatever will be going on in this country. Largely, we are going to focus on politics because that is the direction we took, and many people subscribe to this channel because of that. Now, about 19 people have applied for the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Senate. And out of these 19 people, Kalonzo Musyoka, Senator Wetangula, the former National Assembly Speaker Kenneth Marende, and a former presidential candidate Wahiga Mwaura is among these people. But I want to put more of my focus on Kalonzo Musyoka and Wetangula, because Kalonzo picked up his nomination paper from the is it Register Political Party? Ama ni IBC. Wetangula pia amepick his paper. The only thing that is remaining to know who will play up to the end in this race is when these people are going to return their papers. And latest, it is today at 2 p.m. Once you took your paper, you fill it and bring it back. So if Kalonzo is going to return the paper back, then we know he's going to play up to the end. And if not, then we will understand which direction is heading to. So if you look on this race, it means Wiper is fronting Kalonzo, Kenya Kwanza is fronting Wetangula, of course Marende is being fronted by ODM. But another funny thing is that Kalonzo and Marende are putting their bet in both National Assembly and the Senate. Saying that if Kalonzo will fail to get a slot in the National Assembly, then the next stopover will be the Senate. Same thing to Marende. And the National Assembly has about 290 members of parliament and 47 women rep. That is making it to a total of 337 members of parliament. Of course, nominated MPs might not participate into this issue because the Register Political Party is yet to gazette those who will get the nomination slots. There are about 12 slots, I think. And if you put those 12 slots together, kuongeza kwa 337, of course you will get 349. And so, for you to win in round one as the Speaker of the National Assembly, at least someone need to gain about 233 votes. 2/3 out of 349 members of parliament who will participate in this election. So, if Wetangula has to win, or Kalonzo or Marende in round one, they need to gain 233, 2/3. Of course, none of these three individuals will get that. So they will need to go into round two. And in round two, Wetangula might stay, but now Kalonzo and Marende, one will be knocked out. Because now the rest will remain between number one and number two. And in the second round, one will simply need to have just simple majority. As simple as that, and you become the Speaker of the National Assembly. So that's how far it is going. And we want to look into the politics here, why Kalonzo Musyoka going for the speaker of these two houses, and who has a better chance between Kalonzo Musyoka and Senator Masika Wetangula. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give our video thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. By the way, some of my viewers I saw in the comment section, they are asking, why are you always recording in one cloth? Anyway, most of the time I'm doing these recordings nikiwa kazini, so wanatumia ile masaa ya break kuleta hii analysis. But once the issue of internet will be sorted out, kila kitu ikuwe sawa, I will be coming nikiwa ninabadilisha. So that's the position. Now, if you look on the number of elected leaders from Azimio side and the Kenya Kwanza, you are going to appreciate that the difference is very small, slim margin. So whoever will become the speaker will just become the speaker in round 2, but again with a very small difference in terms of number of votes. Because now it's like just this house is half-half between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio. Even those who will be in the minority side, they will be having a difference of maybe 3, 4, 5 ama 10. Ruto pia amejipanga kabisa kununua watu. That is the truth here. But now, playing into a little bit of politics, the way the election has gone, of course Ruto will be the president. Whether Ali rig or what happened, that is now the position. So up to that level, the truth of the matter is that Musalia Mudavadi got it right, Kalonzo Musyoka got it wrong. Because in this government, Mudavadi atakuwa prime cabinet secretary. Something that Raila would have rewarded Kalonzo with in case Azimio was going to be declared the winner in this election. So for Kalonzo to come down and ask for position of Speaker of the National Assembly, already he is reducing himself to position zenye angekuwa anapea to other members of parliament or MPs in Wiper Party. Because remember, Kalonzo has been a vice president in this country, but now going for the Speaker of the National Assembly, it has reduced him. For Mudavadi, as a man who has been a former vice president, though he served just for a short time, 3 months, but then now going for the prime cabinet secretary, that alone has elevated him. So between Kalonzo and Mudavadi got it right. Secondly, between Kalonzo and Wetangula, to that level alone, Wetangula has always been going for the Senate. And now, Speaker, Wetangula is getting it right, Kalonzo is getting it wrong. Because let's assume Kalonzo go for this position, then it end up Wetangula beating Kalonzo in that election. So how will Kalonzo look politically? Alishindwa na Wetangula, party leader mwenye alikuwa vice president, alikuwa apewe prime minister, now ameanguka kwa speaker. It will be a total humiliation. And because of this, Wiper Party, NEC, in their own wisdom, have found it good to call Kalonzo Musyoka to order and ask him to drop that bid. Because that alone, he was going to be humiliated. And after that, hiyo tayari ingeshusha hadhi yake as a strong party leader who have managed to have more than 20 members of parliament, making Wiper Party a parliamentary party. Because as of now, Wiper has managed to have 3 senators, they have managed to have 3 governors, and they have more than 20 members of parliament. So that alone, it is a parliamentary party. So I think maybe Kalonzo has listened to the advice by the Wiper NEC, and he might drop from the bid. He might not submit back his papers for this race. So with that, it has leave now Marende and Wetangula into this journey. And some of the reason why Kalonzo is dropping, or Wiper is advising Kalonzo to stop, is because maybe they are realizing that Azimio might not have enough numbers, because already UDM party, which attracted a good number of members of parliament, Ile Yaroba, the former governor, now a senator, it has gone to Kenya Kwanza. Pia wameenda na senators. So that alone, someone moving with about 8 members of parliament, you can imagine, in a situation whereby you are just ahead of your opponent with the 3 members of parliament. So someone moves with 8, amekuachia nini? He has gone with numbers. Secondly, those who are running on independent ticket, they have gone with numbers, because now Ruto has already talked to these people, and they might vote in the direction which William Ruto would wish to have it. There is no president who will easily allow to be led by a speaker of National Assembly elected from the other party where he don't belong. It will not happen. So Ruto would use every means possible to make sure that he's getting it right. So while planning this, they have called on Kalonzo Musyoka to order. Because of that, maybe Kalonzo might not participate in this election. But now, if Kalonzo was in this race, the other game here would be that having Kalonzo on ballot, and then Marende and Wetangula, definitely. Then Wetangula was coming with the Kenya Kwanza vote, which was not enough. Assuming he talked to some of members of parliament coming from Western region, they add on him. But because Marende is there, Marende will take all the members of parliament coming from Western region voted on Azimio party on his side. So that will deny Wetangula some numbers. But again, another problem with the Azimio side is that Kalonzo still is depending on numbers from ODM, Kenya Kwanza, ODM, Wiper, and the Jubilee party. So still they are dividing. Hata wakiwa wawili, bado Wetangula will get it right. So the rest here is between Marende and Wetangula. Marende is also putting a bet in Senate. That also explains another problem here. They are not sure if they will get it right. Senate unaweza achiwa, but National Assembly, not easy. So they are not sure if they will get it right. That's why it's putting in the National Assembly and the Senate. Sorry for that. So the remaining race here will be Wetangula versus Marende. Marende want to ride on the legacy that he built in 2007, that parliament, for those who remember, where Marende had a Solomonic wisdom. He led a divided country, even parliament, but he managed to bring the country together on the kind of wisdom he had as far as leading this nation. So he want to ride on that. Second, that if we will be having some members of parliament away from Western and other area who will feel that it is time to reward Marende and have him again during this time, they can vote for him and they can snatch numbers from Wetangula. But I don't see it coming. Wetangula will get it right because Ruto has already mobilized numbers. So Azimio should try, but they will not get it. Expect to have Wetangula as your next Speaker of the National Assembly.